Today's seminar is an educational presentation for the Government of Guam Retirement Fund, which explains the three retirement options available to all employees. They include the Defined Contribution Retirement System, the Defined Benefit 1.75 Retirement System, and the Guam Retirement Security Plan.
Imagine that this pile of cotton is the necessities of your life. Each piece represents the things we need. Take a piece for your water bill, another for your power bill, a larger piece for your house mortgage, your homeowner's fees, and property taxes, another piece for your children's tuition, school supplies, tutoring, babysitter, and extracurricular activities. Do you like to eat out? Take another piece. Go to the movies? Another. How about familial obligations, birthdays, anniversaries, funerals, family reunions, and Christmas? Take the remaining chunks for all the things we might have overlooked, like the groceries, your credit card bills, and even the car maintenance fees. Envision that this bag is your bank account. It's filled with the money you've earned for the years of service and your hard work here at the Government of Guam. This money bag is actually a pillow. It's the pillow you rest your head on at night because you know these bills are paid for. It could also be looked at as the cushion you need to fall back on. The Government of Guam, the Retirement Fund, the Board of Trustees, and its stakeholders are also concerned about the cushion you need when you retire. Now, if you're wondering why this workshop is important or how it will affect you, according to the current data, the average GovGuam employee across the board has roughly $40,000 to $55,000 of cushion saved in their current retirement plan. Can you picture $50,000 for the rest of your life, pre-tax? Take your cushion and remove everything you cannot afford. Start removing the cushion from your bag, and this is what you're left with. In terms of retirement, how much have you put away?
This presentation will introduce two new options to retirement. A decade of research and policy writing has gone into assuring that you have alternatives to the existing retirement plan. The two options are 1. The Defined Benefit 1.75 Retirement System, and 2. The Guam Retirement Security Plan. Before I get into the details of the two options, let me give some information about the plan we are all currently in. The defined contribution was created, implemented, and has been the plan for all new hires since October 1995 to present day. It allows the members to make decisions about investments, but not without some risks. Current contribution rates include an equal match of 5% employee-employer contributions, which is set to increase to 6.2% starting January 1st, 2018. There are about 13,000 members, whereas over 8,000 of those members are actively employed, and this is the current retirement plan of the Government of Guam. If you decide not to make an election, you can remain in the DC plan.
In September 2016, the Guam legislature passed Public Law number 33-186. This created both the Defined Benefit 1.75 retirement system and the Guam Retirement Security Plan options provided today. Its intent was with you in mind. It allows the members to make their own choices, and you get to make the call on what's the best option for you.
Option 1 is a Defined Benefit 1.75 plan, or which we'll refer to as DB175. During inception, was known as a hybrid plan because its aim was to combine DB and DC-like features. The DB175 retirement system is one of the new alternatives being offered. The DB175 plan is a formula-based design that offers a fixed, established benefit for employees at retirement, along with participation in a deferred compensation program, or the 457 plan. Participation in either option is made through a one-time voluntary election that must be made within the employee election window. If enrolled under the DB175 plan, when you meet the plan requirements and retire, You are guaranteed a monthly income for the rest of your life. After working at least 5 years, you are eligible to receive your retirement benefits starting at the age of 62. The DB175 plan provides a predictable benefit of 1.75% of your 3 highest annual base pay salaries and are not dependent on asset returns or how well the market is doing.
Who can apply? Well, who is a full-time, part-time, limited term, classified, or unclassified employee actively participating in the DC plan? If this is you, then yes, you can enroll in the DB175 plan today. All active DC plan members are included, but you must continue employment with the government of Guam through implementation date, which is scheduled on January 1st, 2018. If you shall for some reason resign or retire prior to January 1st, your application will be void. It does exclude retirees, private contractors, and those who are paid by a contract, fees, and employees of the Senior Citizen Program are not considered employees of the government of Guam. But again, any active DC member can choose the DB175 option.
Raise your hand if you're an active employee. This is a person actively employed on or before March 31st, 2017. You are considered an active member. Your window of opportunity to choose DB175 closes on September 30th, 2017. If you are new to the government of Guam and was hired on April 1st, 2017 or later, raise your hands. You are considered a new employee and welcome to the government of Guam. Your window to choose DB175 option began on your hiring date, and that window of opportunity closes in December 2017. If you have been re-employed with the government of Guam as of April 1st, raise your hands. You are considered a re-employed member, and your window too is April 1st to September 30th, 2017. Anyone re-employed October 1st through December 31st, 2017 would enter the late re-employment window. The election window for re-employed disability members closed on September 30th, 2017.
Now, considering that the election period is now open, all these dates may seem distant as of right now, but September and the close of enrollment can sneak up on us rather quickly. We encourage everyone not to put this on hold and to make a decision soon. The sooner, the better. You should also know that all applications and all changes must be made on or before your election window deadline. For most of you, the deadline is when? September 30th. What is my contribution rate if I choose to switch to the DB175 plan? You will contribute a total of 10.5% of your gross salary each paycheck. These contributions are taken out on a pre-tax basis and will be payroll deducted, which also means that your taxable income is lowered and in turn lowers the amount of taxes you will pay. Your 10.5% contribution is broken down as follows. 9.5% contributed to the DB175 plan and an additional mandatory 1% to the 457 plan, which is a supplemental deferred compensation plan similar to that of a 401k plan. As we head into this section, we want to make sure you are all aware that your facilitators are not financial advisors, nor are they authorized to tell you which option would be best. Everyone's circumstance is different, and because calculations are based on those variables, we can only show you how to arrive at a rough estimate of your potential annuity projection through this formula. To calculate your estimated retirement benefit, there are two things that play a factor: how long you've worked for the government of Guam and the average of your 3 highest annual base pay salaries. The formula is as follows, assuming that you've reached the age of 62 with a minimum of 5 years of credited service. So assuming that $30,000 is the average of your 3 highest annual base pay salaries, you multiply that by 1.75% benefit and multiply that by 10 years of credited service. This equals a basic retirement annuity estimate of $5,250. In example 2, the employee has $45,000 average annual salary, and you multiply that by 1.75% benefit or 0.0175 multiplied by 25 years of credited service, which equals to $19,687.50. Please note that the maximum annuity benefit is capped at 85% of your average annual salary.
A member can also retire based on service under the age of 62. Service retirement annuity requires a minimum of 25 years of credited service, and the employee must be between the age of 55 and 61. The formula is as follows: basic retirement annuity minus half a percentage point per month below the retirement age of 62. For example, say your age is 58. The difference in months until you actually reach retirement age of 62 is 48 months. 48 months multiplied by the half a percentage point, or 0.5%, which is a penalty percentage. In this example, the penalty is 24%. First, we determine your basic annuity. Your average annual salary is $45,000, multiplied by the benefit of 1.75%. Multiply that by 30 years of credited service. The basic retirement annuity computes to $23,625. Service retirement annuity again is the basic annuity at $23,625 multiplied by a penalty of 24% equals $5,570 in penalties of retiring earlier than the age of 62. With the difference, your service annuity is now $17,955 pre-taxed. So when can I actually retire? Under the DB175 plan, you can retire at the age of 62 with a minimum of 5 years of credited service. Or you can retire at the age of 60 with 5 years of credited service and no survivor benefits. You can also retire at the age of 55 to 61 with 25 years of credited service and a penalty of 0.5% for every month under the age of 62. You may also convert sick leave for credited service, so save that sick leave.
If you elect the DB175 plan, you must know that the plan will be effective on January 1st, 2018. This means all applicable amounts from your DC account will be transferred to the DB175 account and the 457 plan, where participation will begin on January 1st, 2018 as well. Transfers exclude transfer incentives, rollovers from other plans, and late reemployed employee account balances, as well as members' excess funds. So what do you mean applicable transfers? Well, here's how we can explain excess account funds, which will stay in an employee's DC account and they will no longer contribute to this account. So how much of my DC account balance will transfer to the DB175? You can transfer the lesser of 1, the employee's DC account balance, or 2, the actuarial cost of an employee's total compensation as a government employee. The actuarial cost rate is 7.48%, which was deemed by the board.
So how much can I transfer? In example 1, the employee has $90,000 in his share in the DC account balance. His actual compensation for 25 years of service is $750,000. This is calculated by adding the employee's wages over the entire span of his service with the government. This amount is then multiplied by the actuarial rate of 7.48%, giving us $56,100. Because this is less than the DC account balance, this employee will transfer $56,100 into his DB175 account on January 1st, 2018. The remaining $33,900 is the excess funds, which will remain in the DC account and will be subject to market trends.
Now in example 2, the same member has $45,000 as his employee account balance instead. Again, his total compensation for 25 years of service equates to $750,000. His actuarial cost is still $56,100. The applicable amount transferable into the DB175 plan would be the full $45,000 of the employee's account balance with zero excess. In this case, the DC account closes January 1st, 2018. The DB175 plan, in summary, again, is a 1.75% of your average annual salary for the years of service you have put into the government of Guam. The benefits also include a basic lifetime retirement annuity minimum of $1,200 per year, meaning if your basic retirement annuity is less than $1,200 annually, the floor base pay will automatically increase to $1,200. In addition, survivor benefits include a spousal benefit up to 60% of the member's annuity at the time of death and a minor child benefit of $2,880 a year, with a maximum of 5 children. The survivor benefit lump sum of $1,000. The disability benefits will be 50% of your average annual salary during the year the disability is reported. There is also the opportunity to repay withdrawals borrowed under the DC plan. This can be accomplished with a lump sum payment or an installment plan. Or if you elect not to pay this back, this will reduce the years of credited service depending on amounts withdrawn. Please also note that all possibilities for repayment include interest. In order to receive credit under the DB175 plan, all withdrawals must be repaid in full. This option does not allow for withdrawals for hardship or include loans. At time of retirement, sick leave can be converted to credited service.
Moving on to option 2, the Guam Retirement Security Plan, or what we'll call the GRSP. During inception, was known as a cash balance plan because it was modeled by other cash balance retirement systems being used in other places. This too was created by Public Law 33-186. The Guam Retirement Security Plan, or GRSP, is the second of the 2 alternatives being offered to you today. The GRSP is a single life cash balance retirement with an equal employee-employer contribution that offers a 4% guaranteed interest credit. This becomes the main plan for all new employees hired on or after January 1st, 2018. New hires will still have a chance to opt out of the GRSP plan and choose the DC plan within 60 days of their hire. Who is a full-time, part-time, limited term, classified or unclassified employee actively participating in the DC plan? Just like the DB175 plan, if this is you, then yes, you can enroll into the GRSP option. Again, the requirement includes being employed through implementation date on January 1st, 2018. If you shall for some reason resign or retire prior to January 1st, your application will be void. So any active DC member can choose the GRSP option. Starting January 1st, 2018, this will be the main Government of Guam retirement plan.
If you have any slight interest in the new GRSP plan, the election window to enroll mirrors that of the previous plan. Let's see if you can remember what they were. For active members employed on or before March 30th, 2017, the deadline to elect the GRSP is when? That's right, September 30th, 2017. For members hired on April 1st, 2017 or later, your window to choose the GRSP option began your hiring date and closes on what date? That's right, December 31st, 2017. For re-employed members, the deadline to enroll is September 30th. Yes, that's right. Late re-employed members have 30 days from the date of their hire to enroll into the GRSP. And September 30th is also the close of the election window for re-employed disability members. Any changes must be made on or before September 30th, 2017 for most of you. September may sound far, but again, it'll be here before we even know it, so make sure you choose now. As we continue on to contributions, your GRSP contribution will consist of a mandatory pre-tax 6.2% of your annual base pay salary. Your employer will match 100% of your contribution at another 6.2%.
To compute an employee's estimated GRSP annuity, we would need to know the following: the employee's projected account balance at the time of anticipated retirement, and the employee's age at retirement. Let's assume that this employee has $332,078 in his account, and his age at retirement is 62. His projected monthly benefit will be $1,942.10. This example is based on the 2017 mortality rate table, which is subject to change periodically.
So when can I actually retire? If you separate from the government with less than 5 years of credited service, you can receive a refund of your contribution into the GRSP plan. Or if you have less than 25 years of credited service and not yet 62 years old, you can choose to receive a lump sum refund of your contribution plus interest, or choose to defer your annuity until the age of 62 to begin receiving annuity distributions. If you have 25 years of credited service but under the age of 62, you must defer your annuity until that age to receive monthly benefits. Lastly, if you have 5 or more years of credited service and are at the retirement age of 62, you will receive normal annuity benefits. If you elect to participate in the GRSP, your effective date will be on January 1st, 2018. And your applicable DC account will be transferred on that date. These amounts exclude transfer incentives, rollovers from other plans, and late re-employee account balances. In cases when the DC account transfers in full, the DC account then closes.
If you are an active member, a new member, or a re-employed member, your participation in the DB175 or GRSP option will be effective January 1st, 2018. Your account balance will transfer, and if applicable, your DC account will close. For late re-employed members, your contribution will remain in the DC plan and will not be transferred. Effective dates for re-employed disability members is the later of January 1st or the date of re-employment.
To sum up the GRSP, this is a one-time voluntary election, and for most, the deadline to enroll ends on September 30th, 2017. It's a single life annuity which the member will receive for their lifetime. Benefits to include pre-tax contributions with a 6.2 employee contribution and an equal employer match. A 4% guaranteed interest credit compounded on a yearly basis but calculated monthly. If death occurs before annuity date, beneficiary benefits include either a refund of the deceased member's contribution, or the survivor can elect to roll over amounts into a qualified account. Otherwise, payments cease. This GRSP plan, like the aforementioned, does not allow for withdrawals for hardships or for loans.
Before you make any election, each employee is required to attend this educational seminar and submit the green form if you would like a benefits specialist to access your file and to calculate your retirement income comparison. The results will then be mailed to you, so please include a current mailing address. Under the employee acknowledgments, kindly initial at each statement. Please note that this is not the election form and that completing this form is optional. If you wish, you may also choose to stay in the current DC plan.
Before we leave here today, we want you to know that the government of Guam, the retirement fund, the board of trustees, and its stakeholders are concerned about the cushion you need when you retire. We hope that the seminar was informative and that you understand the major concepts of the 2 new options being offered. We hope you see the value of how having options availed to members can affect the comfort of your future. In closing, here's your opportunity to have your retirement in your hands. To make the best choice for retirement. So how much have you put away? And what kind of cushion works best for you?